We reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We have already started here. Akanji gets the nod here. Anything we should note about him, Jim?
Well, I'd expect...
Tries a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Well, that pass isn't the best. De Bruyne, he has found the way through. And De Bruyne! Mkhitaryan. Dumfries. Van Basten. Buongiorno kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Spinazzola. Politano. De Bruyne. And that has left him in a heap. Barella. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of...
There's the shot! It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Barella, and here's Van Basten. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Inter really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's De Bruyne.
That was lovely, that.
Stood up well to him there. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Dumfries. And they're not going to make any further progress now. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Ribéry. And it's Van Basten. Turns back here, probably the best option. Akanji. And it's Hernandez. Çalhanoğlu. Now it's Van Basten. Van Basten. He's had it taken off him. Mkhitaryan has given away a free kick. And he is going into that little black book.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation.
Just the goalkeeper to beat. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. And that's going to be a booking. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Yes, sadly he knew exactly what he was doing and he had to go with the risk.
Inter Milan with this to level it up. Oh, he saved it! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Oh, what a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be psychologically pivotal.
That's a good run down the left. Pass somewhat off target. He is through here. He's having a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
Hernandez to Barella. Now it's Ribery. Buongiorno spots it and intercepts. Lukaku. Dumfries. Now it's Martinez. Now, can they get him away? Dumfries. He's got away. And he was alert to it. Now it's Mkhitaryan. Dumfries. Played into the box. Shapes to shoot! We've got a goal! They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Van Basten duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome...
Shoots! It's loose now. And again! Sticks it away! And they're back in front! Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? And this is Van Basten. And this is Mkhitaryan. And he's managed... Mkhitaryan! Oh, that was no routine save.
Mkhitaryan really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. And now they can spring out of defence. Real chance!
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
That is ended up in no man's land. Nicely weighted ball. That has not gone well. Zabogisa! They want to be quick to recover. Oh, what has happened here? Intercepts the throw. That's well read. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time.
Inter would seem to still be getting over the OG. It was an honest mistake, and they've got to move on.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just...
Takes a shot! Yes! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. And the shot! Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Politano is behind this one.
I think there's actually a quiet confidence in pulling this off.
De Bruyne! Hernandez. Long ball looking to counter. Oh, nicely intercepted. Tries to play it through. Now that's well seen too. Mkhitaryan. And this is Van Basten. He's a sharp little ball here. Çalhanoğlu. Now it's Martinez. Oliveira.
Inter have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to...
And the finish! Mkhitaryan. And it's Ribery. Calhanoglu. And Hernandez. Akanji. And it's Calhanoglu. Nicely spread. Now it's Politano. That's a little off target. Barella. Oh, what about it? Inter Milan are taking this to full distance. Terrific stuff. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Now it's Lukaku. McTominay, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Chance! Oh, it's come loose. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Buongiorno. And it's McTominay. Oliveira. Oh, Red, nice interception. Well, that looks a decent ball. And it's been played through. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Oliveira. Now it's McTominay. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. Long ball upfield. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Short changes him with that pass. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Face to big chance! Goal! Inter! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. All over in seconds. That's what they can do to you.
Well, this is a well-rehearsed drill. As soon as possession is regained, the commitment to attack is lethal.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Now it's Martinez. No, it's come to nothing. He's had a shot! He should have put that one away.
Martinez really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Oh, that's fabulous. And he has been fouled there. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be a dink far post.
He's lifted it over.
The moans and groans are predictable. He felt compelled to try.
Calhanoglu, Mkhitaryan, Inter Milan finding their passes. Now Dumfries, and it's Calhanoglu, Akanji, it's Ribéry. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Martinez, and Martinez! And that is wildly off target.
Oh, how about that touch, Peter? I mean, that was brilliant. He got the ball to go exactly where he wanted it. The touch was perfection, the finish imperfection.
And it's made its way to him. It's a good-looking delivery. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
Inter really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
And a chance! It's a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is...
And he's had a hit! He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 7 viene sostituito con il...
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. This then an ideal chance to cut the deficit. De Bruyne! Loose goes for a shot! Now it's Martinez. 4 added minutes on the board. Looking for options for movement. And the referee brings it to a close. Inter Milan can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. Your reflections then, Jim?
Inter really deserve a lot of credit for what I'm sure would be a real confidence-boosting win. Such a huge game being played. There were so many factors that would have got the doubters going, but I guess they'll all go a little quiet now.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Cramped and narrow, that's how it is in the Boca district. These vertical three-tier stands, very much a creation out of necessity, but at the same time they are what make the Bombonera so unique. And already we're underway here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, here's a player who can contribute in so many ways. Theo Hernandez. He's shown himself to be not just an effective crosser, but capable of excellent passing from deep, as well as being a pretty decent finisher. Playing for the right team, he probably could get himself into double figures.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. And here's Torres. Raul. And he shoots! What a wonderful goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Paris Saint-Germain finding themselves unexpectedly behind. He's a sharp little... It's Lewandowski! It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that.
Great chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got it
face to face with the keeper. And that is expertly dealt with. Griezmann. Decent chance!